What's going on, everyone? Thanks for watching. We missed you guys. Hope you guys had a good Christmas and a good New Year's if you guys celebrate any of that. Hope you guys are staying safe out there and everything is going well. So today I am going to be cleaning up our backyard a little bit, kind of get the process started. I'll kind of show you what our backyard looks like. It looks terrible. I'm going to say that now, but we are we're trying to change that. There's a few things that I have vision for. There are some things that we're just going to do now to kind of make it look nice, and then from there we're going to go and figure out what we actually want to do with our backyard, or what we even want to do with the house in general. But I think, at least for me, my perspective, I think the backyard is what we need to do first, because that kind of translates to how everything goes inside our house, mainly because of the dogs. If it wasn't for the dogs, then I would say inside would be where we start. But with the dogs, having a dirt backyard, they just bring in so much dust. They just bring in layer upon layer of dust. I'll say that we clean within a day or two. We already have a good layer of dust, and then by the end of the week, you could see everything looks brown because of the dust from the dogs. And sadly, that's our fault. You know, dogs are dogs. They don't know. They love running. We don't have any grass, so when they run, they just pick up a bunch of dirt. Like you can see how everything right here, I don't know if you could tell, but there's just a huge layer of dirt everywhere. So that's one thing that will actually help out is, you know, dirt here, dirt on our cars. We don't have a garage, so our cars just get covered in dust. I'm pretty sure our neighbors get annoyed with how much dust our dogs create, so I feel bad. Like my jet skis, or wave runner, sorry, you can just see the layer of dust on it, and I just rinsed that last week. So you know, it's kind of getting out of control, especially with 3 dogs, and they just love to run in this kind of in our dirt. I'll kind of show you guys what all that looks like, and then I'll kind of go over my plan for the backyard and everything. You just see how much dust is being created by them, and you know, they play in one spot, so it kind of just loosens that dirt up and then just creates so much dust. So like right here, you can kind of tell just how powdery that area is. Let me just go ahead and show you guys our whole backyard, and kind of the plans that I have for everything that I want to do here. So we'll kind of start right here in our little driveway. So I'm walking through our gates. So right here, our gates, just kind of leading into our backyard. This is just our little driveway, and again, we don't have cover in our driveway. But one of the things I want to do is change out the gate, and then the post, the pillars right here. I want to make it a little bit wider. Eventually, Kara and I would love to get a boat. So right now, we barely fit through with our jet skis, or sorry, wave runners. But we have to I have to take off the gates each time we take them in or out, because they don't fit with the gates on. And with that, we have about an inch each side, maybe 2 each side to fit through. So we have to kind of squeeze through. So I would like to make that a little bit bigger. That's one of the things, but that's not high on our list right now. That's kind of something later on that I would like to do, just to extend it and make it easier for us to take things in and out. We have fencing. There's a bunch of junk over here. A lot of it is from the previous owners, which we just, you know, been lazy and not have taken anything out. Right here we have a little dirt patch. I don't know why they left that there, but it's there. I tried doing something to it. I added a little bush, add some landscaping rocks, but the dogs went and tore that up within 10 minutes of me actually finishing it and me going inside. So that's something I'll have to work on later on. It's just our water heater. There's really nowhere I can move that at this moment. I would like to move it. You know, it is kind of an eyesore, but it does take up a good spot right here where we can go ahead and maybe add a few bushes. And over here is just our fence blocking off our wash area slash patio, and that's something else I would like to work on. But once I get our backyard kind of situated, we'll go ahead and start working on that. You can see right here we have just a old wood fence that's falling apart. It's all rotted, so that needs to be changed out. See, on this side we have vinyl fencing, and then on our back more vinyl fencing. So we don't know why they originally did that. I don't know if they ran out of money or if the neighbors didn't help, because it looks like they kind of did it themselves. So that's another thing that needs to be changed out. Again, not going to be now. Right here is our shed. It's an aluminum shed. It's something that needs to go. We don't have enough space in there for everything that we have. Again, our house is super small, so storage is something that we really need, and having a bigger shed is probably after we fix the backyard. And then off that shed you can see that we have our wave runners, and then I would like to have the shed have like a little carport, you can say, just to go ahead and cover the wave runners. So backyard, or our dirt patch, we'll call it. Just go ahead and get over here and get started. So our dogs, you can see, they just love playing over here. So the right side, you can see, is just, straight fine dirt. If you come to this side, it's still very packed. So they like playing. Just right here, you could kind of tell the difference just by kind of scanning over it. But you can see it's just rocks, dirt, old weeds that used to be here. Here's a tree slash bush or whatever that is. There was a lemon tree there. On this side is another lemon tree. This one still grows. I'm not sure where it gets a lot of its water from, because we don't water that often. So originally on this side where Lucille's laying at, there was a kind of like a greenhouse type thing. They had little planters. It wasn't actually a greenhouse. They didn't really have sidings on it, but it was like planked. They had a roof over it, and you could tell that's where they were growing stuff. So I took that down. On this side there was an actual chicken coop with I think they had like 2 or 3 chickens living in there. Again, so I removed that. They had bricks kind of laid out right there, so it went from here all the way kind of over here. Don't remember how far it stuck out, but we just had piles of rocks like this, huge boulders. You know, this is fairly big rock right here. Well, you can see that's a big rock. Where Lucille's at, there's a nice big rock. There was a pretty big tree right there that we cut down. We never took out the stump, so it's starting to grow back again. Right here, this little area, I kind of want to build like a little patio. We have a pergola that we've had for 2 years. We've just never put it up because we don't know where to actually put it. So I would want to build a nice little spot right here for the pergola, somewhere kind of in the middle right here. Would be like a little fire pit, and then we could bring out lawn chairs, whatever we want to kind of sit around there. All around that, just go ahead and fill it with grass. Lemon tree I do want to keep. It is nice to have fruit trees. And then I'm kind of thinking of another tree just to go ahead and offer shade for our dogs, especially during the summer. It does get, it's Southern California, so it does get pretty hot down here on some days. I'm gonna go ahead and get started, kind of clean up this area over here. Clean up all the lemons over here. I'll probably start moving some of the rocks here and some of the larger stuff. Let's go ahead and get this project started. I just finished most of what I wanted to get done today. A few things I wasn't able to. Take these off. I could hear a little bit better. There's a few things I wasn't able to get to. Does look a little bit better, but obviously it's not gonna look nowhere near as good as it should. So I cleaned up the tree, as you guys saw, trimmed it, trimmed the canopy a little bit to kind of make it grow a little bit taller. I do want that to grow a little bit higher. Over here, pulled out all those weeds. I did trim that. There is still some green growing at the bottom, so hopefully it continues to grow and we'll kind of keep it. I did try to remove the stump. A lot of thick roots that I have to get through, so I think I may just have to rent a stump remover and kind of get that out. It was way too hard for me to do. I kind of dug around it, but wasn't able to get that much. Other than that, I didn't get too much done. I wanted to get more of the rocks done, but right now I don't know exactly where to put it, so I think I'm gonna have to buy some 2x4, kind of build like a container for it to kind of be off to the side and not worry about it. But I also need to get rid of all the junk that we have, or the big pieces of wood. The main reason I haven't done it was I wanted to go to like a reclamation center. I don't want to go to landfill. I'm trying not to waste a lot of that wood or have just stuff sit in the landfill. That's one thing that I've tried doing a lot, is not creating waste just to go to landfill. If I could recycle, I'll recycle. If I could reuse it, I'll reuse it. So that's one thing that I do try doing now. The past like year and a half, I've gotten a little bit more into that. I did get some of what I wanted, not a whole lot. I'm actually thinking of renting a bulldozer or a skid steer and just go ahead and go through all this in one day, maybe level it out, remove all the big rocks. This is just, part one of redoing doing our backyard, because there's nothing to redo when it's just a bare landscape like this. Do a little bit more with the rocks and kind of level things out, especially with the rain. Hopefully it compacts the dirt a little bit more so it's not all dusty over here, because it was bad. Like, I gotta rinse out my nose right now. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Here's little Jaxie boy. So yeah, thank you guys. This is just one step into getting the house that we want, or at least the yard that I would like. So it's more usable to us, because we stay inside the house most of the time, because the backyard looks like crap and we don't like it. But we don't do anything about it, so we'll be doing something now. Thank you guys.